Welcome to Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, a unique and special environment in college football. This crowd coming together to make up the 12th man, trying to make it very difficult for any opponent. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into the snake pit of an environment, just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 15th ranked team, the Texas A&M Aggies. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Aggies will kick this away to get us going. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. As the first down is still going. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a cornerback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
An inside give now from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The Wolverines looking to use the up-tempo offense here. And he'll drop back here on third down. Oh, the pass is picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. At the 20. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Boy, this is why I love this defense so much. So opportunistic. We've seen it all year, and now we see it right here. Big interception. They set their offense up in great field position here on their first possession.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? In the red area, it's Peen. And that run produces a decent gain.
Just love watching this back line. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid gain.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Looking for 6. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the game will pick up the first down. Tackled at the 22.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. First down, looking to throw the football. Running back grabs it on a screen. Finding space at the 20. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Heading left after the handoff. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage and you can throw it over top of it.
The Wolverines hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Caught near the goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Wolverines. They were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and he reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Bringing it out, it's Williams. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Boy, those counter plays are tough on a defense. Defense has got to be gap sound. You get so caught up in the base concepts that the offense comes back with a counter play. If you're not sound with your gap integrity, you can give up a big play.
Bringing pressure. Using his legs on the scramble. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's going for a big play downfield. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
This quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball. If this one was an interception, he better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Heads out of bounds after a solid game, more than enough to pick up a first down. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. looking downfield. It's Reed. And the junior decides to pick up the first down himself.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
First and goal, handoff. He's swarmed by the defense.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Second down, we're going to throw it. He's got it right near the end zone. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1.
This defense is spread out all over the field, trying to be able to make plays in space. That is a key. Good job of tackling and keep him out of the end zone.
They've been stopped on third down twice in the red zone already. Can they find the end zone this time? Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, A&M. And they'll set up for the PAT. And there's the point after. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Now it's second down here. And the quarterback dropping back. And he lobs it deep down the middle. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Number 12.
This one will be fair caught. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Back to pass. It's Reed. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And he's got it down there inside the 35. Touchdown, Aggies. It was a foot race, and he won it. Well, a touchdown to a wide open Leonard Kirk. What in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
What was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown on their last possession. They'll start the drive here with an end around. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense has to be happy on how they prepared coming into the game for these kind of different looks. They looked very aware that these formations and plays could happen on any given down.
The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pocket breaking down. Trying to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there, and now it's a 4th down fall.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's 3rd down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Lofting it toward the left sideline. The catch is made, and he does get the foot down. The rule of the catch, a big gainer.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Gain of 12. That's a first down for the offense.
And the Wolverines have 1st and 10 here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Here's the 2nd down play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there. The Wolverines looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. Here's the handoff on first and goal. And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards. Good push inside there by that offensive line.
Second down and goal. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And it's no good. He missed the extra point. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Looking to make a big play downfield. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. Quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath the beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And there's the handoff. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick this away to begin the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Breaking tackles. Moves the ball to the 37 for a first down. And this offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
No, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on. Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And the defense wraps him up. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a first down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching the game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
On the run, it's Payne. Oh, and he fumbles. The defense recovers the fumble.
Man, Chris, we could hear the contact from that hit all the way up here in the booth. So, hey, it's easy to blame the ball carrier, but I don't know if anybody could have been able to hold on to the ball after that hit.
And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the Wolverines looking to crank up the tempo a bit. He'll hand it off. A gain moves the ball out near the 25.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Already got the first down, but looking for more yardage. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Makes the grab on the move. Touchdown, Michigan. And they will claim the 2nd half lead.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his 2nd touchdown reception of this football game.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. That's a design quarterback keeper. And they'll run it into the end zone until they go up by a touchdown here. Now they get set to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last possession ended in a costly fumble in plus territory. They can't have another one of those here. With the catch, it's Tease. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. Getting set. Here's second down. Back to throw. It's Reed. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
That's a nice completion to the sideline with great timing. The connection between the receiver and the quarterback was on full display to be able to get that first down.
Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down play coming up. One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them.
Aiming for the end zone. Touchdown, A&M. Still no answer for this offense.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Bringing it out, it's Stewart. And he's brought down at the 16, looking better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. On first down, it's play action. He's running out of time here. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Let's see how this fourth quarter unfolds. Everything to play for here for both teams. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Moving past the 25. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. At the 30 now. At the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
And he knocks through the PAT. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Comes the Aggies offense back on the field. And here's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Sticking with the running game.
They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Third down coming up after that running play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he's got it. And a big... He goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Takes the handoff. It's Payne. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Good enough for first down yardage.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Dropping back. It's Reed. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He pulls in the catch. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Ball handed off.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this. Staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here.
He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment.
What was the quarterback thinking here? There's just absolutely no way you can take a sack in this situation. And now it's 4th down.
Down by 7. They've got to convert here for a chance to tie this game. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
What a touchdown by this offense. They're down 1 now, an extra point away from tying this game up with under 2 minutes to go.
Now the try here for the extra point.
Is on for the extra point.
And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Michigan offense back out on the field. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. The Wolverines pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Chance for the quarterback to make some magic here. Last drive, time ticking away. And now the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zero in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Second down after that previous play. The shotgun running play call. And tackled after a small pickup there.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Grab down the middle. It's pre-scoring. And the offense will spend a timeout, just 14 seconds left on the clock.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
The Wolverines starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Offense looking to throw the ball. Pressure is coming. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a quick grab. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. It's a touchdown as they jump on top here in overtime. And now for the crucial extra point to push the lead to 7 in OT. PAT puts them in front by 7.
That's what I love about this running back is he's so dangerous after the catch. You know, you look at him, you think about the ability to run between tackles or even bounce it outside, and that's great. But what makes him really one of the more dangerous backs in the country is this right here. Catch the ball to the backfield, make people miss, and take it into the end zone.
So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. Using his legs, it's Peen. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but not before he gets 1st down yardage.
Yeah, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a 1st down.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
2nd down.
There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And it's a touchdown. They're an extra point away from double OT. Or you go for 2 and win it right now. And now for the crucial extra point to tie this up and force a 2nd overtime. And they tack on the extra point. So 1 overtime, not enough to decide this one. Here comes the first play of double OT. Handoff here from the shotgun. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Gets rid of it on the move. With the catch, it's Peen. Tackle made after the completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. He's taken down behind the line. He's going to lose a yard or two.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Running out of time in the pocket. But it's incomplete. A 4th down stop. Turnover on downs.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
So here we go. This defense needing to come up with something special here. Make a play and keep hope alive in this game. Tries the right with a quick throw. And it's complete downfield. And he's in. It's a touchdown to win the game. A double overtime classic.
Hey, this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well.